Hey, hope you're well today. Really quick, this is Ask Me Wednesday, and I had a question that came in, and I said when I get questions, I would shout out the person. So I'm shouting out my TikTok music buddy, Gilbert. He had a question. He wondered, when you move out of your home, once it's been sold, do appliances have to remain or with the house, convey with the home, or can you take them with you? So quick answer is, you can take them with you. The contract is what stands. Put in the contract exactly what you want it to say in terms of excluding items. However, there is a caveat. So I did a little research because I had this come up years ago. That's why it was funny when he asked me that question. I said, I had this come up and it was a stove. We were looking at the home. My buyer liked it, but there wasn't a stove there. And the lender told me that for this to close, there needs to be a stove in that place where the stove should be because there's a place for it. So the way that works is, if you have appliances that are built in, and I am going to, in a separate post, do another Ask Me Wednesday and just put the question in a text form and also have some pictures with examples. But if it's built-in appliances, they must convey with the home. If for some reason you're taking those, you're getting them out of the compartments that they're built into, then the buyer that's purchasing the home, and it's either buyer or a seller, the lender really doesn't care who puts the appliances back in the home, but for it to close, it would need to be appliances in those built-in locations, and they need to be in working order. Now, on the flip side, if you have freestanding things like, or things that slide into a slot, like there are some stoves and ovens that, you know, they're just arranged and you just slide it into the spot, you can take that with you. Just excluded in the contract. Refrigerator, you slide that into a slot, so you can take that with you. So just exclude that as well. Washers and dryers. Something else that may be built in is a dishwasher. So if there's a built-in space for a dishwasher would need to be in there. And that is for pretty much all of the loan types. My mortgage buddies can correct me if I'm wrong, because the lender is the one that's requiring this. But again, I did have this come up several years back, and so it was interesting when the question came up. But if it is freestanding, you can definitely take it with you. But remember, anything that you want to take from the home as a seller, just make sure it's excluded on the contract, because if for some reason you forgot to list the refrigerator and you were taking that with you, or you forgot to list the mounted TVs, you know, if a buyer thinks that's conveying with the home because it's attached, or if the buyer thinks that is staying with the home because it was there when they looked at it, and it's not saying that it was excluded in the contract, and everybody signed and no one maybe caught that, you didn't think about it, you're gonna have to negotiate some things there. So, and sometimes when you work with easy going people, you can just kind of fix those types of things. But you know, some people are sticklers on things, and they're like, no, I want that refrigerator because that was not excluded and I thought it was going to be there. So anyway, just make sure that you're covering yourself in your contract. So if you are thinking about selling a home or buying a home, and you're not really sure where to start, sometimes there's so many little nooks and crevices and I's and T's that have to be dotted and crossed, that sometimes you just don't know where to start. You don't know what to do first. You don't know how the process goes. Give me a shout. I will be happy to help for you or anyone that you know. And yeah, I'm happy to help. And for next week's Ask Me Wednesday, if you have a question and you want to be in the spotlight and want the shout out, thanks again to my TikTok music buddy, Gilbert, for asking that question. Very good question. Well, every question that you don't know to me is good. I mean, if maybe you should know the question, then maybe okay. But I think if you're asking a question, it's because you don't know it. So I don't even know why I said that. But anyway, I'm not going on a rant. Thank you so much for listening. If you find that this is helpful, please share it with someone else and let them be in the know. And again, if you have a question, put it in the comments, reach out to me. I'll be happy to answer that. And I will shout you out in the next Ask Me Wednesday. So this is Tamiko, your realtor chick, and I am logging off. Have a super day.